Greetings, gentlemen. It is I, Victor von Frankenstein, the Grateful MGTOW, back with more content as promised. Welcome. Let's get started. So, it's been a little while. I've been working my ass off, gentlemen, and, learning the ropes of the new job. Maintenance is definitely different, and I'm enjoying it immensely. It's definitely a boost in my income, that's for sure. So that is a good thing. I am very well off these days, and things are only getting better. Couldn't be happier moving into my new maintenance position. But this is just a little update on some things going on. MGTOW Smurf, howdy, what is the new job? I got accepted into a maintenance mechanic position at the company that I work for. My brother is also a maintenance mechanic there, and he's been training me, which is pretty fucking awesome, I would have to say. Me and my brother have worked several jobs together throughout our lifetimes, and it's always good to be able to work alongside of him. Very reliable gentleman, and me and him are very close, so it's fantastic to be able to spend that time with not only a good man, but my brother. Lawin Colt says, "Evening, gents." Welcome, Lawlin. Glad to see that you made it. Wookiee Supremacy is in the house. Victor, good to hear from you. Glad to see that you gentlemen are around. I hope everybody's doing good in this, post-apocalyptic plandemic that's been going on. So yeah, I moved into my maintenance position. I've been doing really well. I'm technically in a training period still, and it looks like in about a month I will actually be given my maintenance mechanic 1 title. And with that comes an extra little raise on top of the raise that I was already given, which was very, very nice. Very nice. And apparently I get a free phone with it and a company credit card. Obviously the company credit card is only for, work-related purchases, but it also comes with $250 every year of tools personal tools that I'm allowed to purchase, which is pretty fucking fantastic. I already own a lot of tools, but if somebody's going to let me buy $250 worth of tools every year, that's a nice little benefit to the job. So yeah, things are good on that home front. I will be getting a new phone, like I said, with the position that I'm taking on. So I don't quite know how that's going to work. I don't know if I'm going to be able to upload videos from this new phone. It is a company phone. I'm not sure how much access they truly have to that phone, but I'm going to play it smart, and I'm going to make sure that I do not log into anything that is associated with my alter ego here on the internet. Don't want to implicate myself in any way, shape, or form, and you just never know what companies can actually access these days. Lawin says, was playing old classic Splinter Cell 1, and it's almost 3 a.m. here. How are things on the beer virus situation? And not too bad here where I'm at, I'd have to say. So, yeah, 3 a.m., you're up late. That's what time I get up in the morning to get ready for work. Wookie says, what is this picture of? It's badass. I just look up Grateful Dead images. A lot of times I'll look up, obviously, Cycle Sam images because Cycle Sam is the avatar that I choose to use for my YouTube channel and pretty much everything else. That costume that you guys see inside of my avatar is something that I made many years ago, and I've worn that costume to many different Grateful Dead shows, Dark Star Orchestra shows, etc. But the picture is just, I don't know, some skeletons, and obviously, like the title says, time is fleeting, gentlemen. We got Psyche Soap in the house. Glad to see you. Been watching your videos. Haven't really been commenting as much as I'd like. Like I said, gentlemen, I'm extremely busy these days. I've been working 12 to 14 hour days. The paychecks are very nice. The taxes are a son of a bitch. And what else can you say about that? But, yeah, I just felt I needed to pop in and give some updates to you gentlemen. Let's see, Lawin says, only buy something in time of shit hits the fan and good luck on the frontier. Well, thanks, Lawin. Same to you, man. I don't know how things are for you, but I hope all is going well. I hope you're being safe. I hope everybody's healthy out there. First and foremost, gentlemen, here in MGTOW, always put yourself first and always take care of your health, your wealth, and your mental state of being. Armor Thor in the house. Glad to see you, Thor. I hope everything's going good for you as well. Try to pop into the Discord here and there lately, but as I've said before, just, man, working these hours. I get home and I'm pretty wiped out. Make dinner and hang out with the kids for a little bit, and then it's off to bed for me. But shit. Let's see what else we got. Alright, so yeah, update about work. Things are going great. Moving into my maintenance position. I'm really happy. It's work that I enjoy doing, and with it comes a lot of benefits, and it'll put me into a position, gentlemen, in about 2-3 years where I've been trying to work very hard to get to. I originally had intentions of trying to get into the electricians union, but I just chose a different route, and I decided, after long thought, that it's a fantastic company to work for, and I decided to go this route, and I'm actually glad that I did. So another little update. Probably not the best of news, but I titled this video, this live stream, "The Time is Fleeting for a Reason." And I can tell that my father he seems to be getting very close to that time to go home. And it's something that is inevitable. I know it. I've known it for a long time. And it definitely puts a little grip on my heart, that's for sure. But to be by my old man's side in his remaining time, however long that may be, he might be around for a few more years, but I can tell that he's not the same man, and I have taken the time to really sit down and have some long conversations with him, and really just let him know that, that I'm here for him and that I love him, and I'm grateful that I got to spend these remaining years having him here in my household where we could, make some of those last memories. And time is man, it goes by fast, gentlemen. And it's something that, I know here in the community, we get wrapped up into all different kinds of things. Very deep conversations. Sometimes we just get into doing some roasting and all that. But at some point in time, it is necessary for your mental state to just turn away a little bit and really embrace that fleeting time that we have here on this planet. Really just kind of try to unplug from the internet and really, I don't know, grab onto the present. And it's obviously it's something that we can't really truly grasp. Everything seems to be in retrospect when it comes to something like that. You really recognize how important, it is. How important those memories are when you look back on them. And a lot of times that's how it has to be. But the old man he's still around, he's doing good, and we're here for each other, and I do whatever I can to make sure that the old man is doing good. And I'm trying to. His bedroom's upstairs right now, and I've been doing a lot of remodeling, and I pretty much have a bedroom built out in the downstairs of my very small house, so that he doesn't have to hike up them stairs anymore. So yeah, I see you guys. I see all your comments. I want you to know that I really appreciate everybody. The MGTOW community helped me through so much, and through understanding so much over these past several years, and even previous to that, when I had to go through everything and I didn't have you gentlemen to talk to converse with, to just bounce some ideas off or get some feedback, some comments, to know that there are other men out there sharing in the same experiences that I have had to experience in my lifetime. To know that I'm not the only one out there, and to know that I'm not crazy or, delusional. But there is one person in particular that, I truly enjoyed Howard Dare's content. And Howard would put on these live streams, and he would really try to interact with everybody. I know, you guys, I'm fucking terrible about interacting with my chat. I try to do my best, but I fucking get distracted. Otherwise, if I'm paying attention to the chat, then I lose my train of thought where I'm, start rambling about fucking stupid shit. But Howard Dare, when the man was around, his live streams were fantastic. He was a great contributor to the MGTOW community. I know that, whatever happened with Howard, apparently it seems like he got doxxed and people found out that he was married. I don't really give a shit about that. That doesn't mean anything. There are other gentlemen that are respected within this community that happen to be married. I understand that at the basis of what we believe in as MGTOWs, no marriage, no cohabitation, no kids, unless you're one of us gentlemen that found it long after, after we had already gotten ourselves in so deep. But there are gentlemen out there that contribute greatly, and they are firm supporters of what the philosophy is about. And a few of them happen to be married, have girlfriends, whatever. I don't care about any of that shit. But Howard Dare was a great contributor to this community. And I noticed that he had a fantastic presence. He was able to bring together a lot of men that were hurting, finding the MGTOW community for the first time, men suffering through the red pill rage. And Howard would sometimes get that tone in his voice where he would sound like the disciplinarian, the father figure that some of these men never had. And he'd get loud, and you could tell that what he was saying in that voice, he was being goddamn serious. And Howard had to give me some shit sometimes too. But he recognized me. And Howard is the original person that finally got me to start voicing my opinions, my observations, my thoughts here online and within the community. Howard had a great way of motivating people, and it's terrible to see what has happened to his channel. Now, I don't know how many of you gentlemen have been paying attention, but if you are subscribed to Howard's channel and recently you had a video pop up by a channel named Twitter Promo, that's Howard Dare's old channel. And apparently the channel has been hacked and taken over, and all of Howard's content has been erased or put into a private status. And if you look in the recent uploads, if you search T-Wizzo, what's going on? Sorry, I'm trying to pay attention, guys. I'm glad to have you, T-Wizzo. I'm glad to have all of you gentlemen in the chat. I'm glad that I know when I come back into the community, whenever I do, I always have you gentlemen to be there. And that's what it's about. But as I was saying, if you look in the recent uploads of MGTOW, there are a whole lot of mixture of Howard Dare and this Twitter Promo. And it's all of Howard's old live streams. Now, I don't know what the person's intention is, but I know that it's not Howard. And it saddens me to know that Howard was pushed out of the community, doxxed by these anti-MGTOWs or whoever it was that got a hold of his information. Mr. Forma, glad to have you in the chat there. But, you know, it's just sad to see that his legacy has been taken over and infiltrated. And it just, you know, it goes to show, gentlemen, you know, just, you got to be goddamn careful out there. You have to be vigilant at all times. And everything that you do in life should be approached with prudence, with a certain level of prudent measure, to be cautious and to not take trust so lightly, no matter who it is. The only person you can truly trust in is yourself. And this is a part of the basis of the philosophy of MGTOW. You are the only one that can elicit change in your life. You are the only one that has your own self-interest at heart. When you allow yourself to let other people in, sometimes there's a lot of fucking bad actors out there. I don't know what happened with Howard. But Howard obviously, I don't know. You fucking, who knows? I mean, the way that people can hack shit nowadays, it could happen to any of us. And it's obvious that time is fleeting here on this platform for most of us gentlemen that talk about these topics. People want to label us as all different kinds of things. And they're so far off base. They're so detached from reality. Most of these people, especially the ones that are living in these leftist, alt-left echo chambers, these people have been living in a state of mass hysteria for years now, possibly for their entire life, depending on what age they are. And if you think that that doesn't have a direct effect on their mental faculties, these people are mentally insane. They can't recognize that MGTOW philosophy at the basis is simply self-preservation. These people, I don't understand. Well, I mean, I do understand. They're just trying to find scapegoats. They want to blame us men simply for, being a little selfish, putting ourselves first, which we should be doing no matter what. I thought about this the other day. Why is it that they want to shame us? Why is it that they care so much? What is it that makes them have this knee-jerk reaction to men simply choosing themselves over anybody else? And it's because they're so used to always getting attention. They can't live without that attention. And without that attention, they start going a little bit crazy. We know the general population that I'm talking about. But when men, truly, the men here in the MGTOW community that truly are just walking away, they have, there's nothing in there that seeks validation at all. We don't care. I don't need to give you any attention. To them that is, it's devastating to their ego. To know that there are men out there waking up every single day that are just simply saying, yeah, no, fuck you. I'm not giving you any attention whatsoever. You don't deserve my attention. It would be hard pressed to find one of them out there, some mythical unicorn that actually deserved my attention. And when I know deep in the heart of my heart that I feel indifferent now. I have no care whatsoever to ever even entertain the thought of allowing a female back into my life. There's nothing that could tempt me ever again. And I think that's something that they know and they fear. They know when they're forced to have to go and try to be equal, quote unquote, and to not have that same attention. There's a reason so many of them are running back to these trad fucking thoughts. Walking around acting like they're, we're going to stay at home and go back into the kitchen. Fucking, I don't give a fuck. You can take your ass back into your own fucking kitchen. But I'm coming up on 9 years now. 9 years of monk status. And I would say at least 5 to 6 of those years were, just me going my own way without having any direction or understanding or any knowledge of the community at all. And when I found that community, when I found those first little tidbits of information and red pill knowledge, that I was technically already self-aware just by default status, but hadn't heard other men talking about these subjects and talking about them genuinely addressing these things. I knew I wasn't alone. And having the pleasure to interact with so many of you gentlemen here, and through the live streams, through Howard Dare's live streams, that I sat and listened to one of those live streams today when I was driving home from work. Like I said, I don't know who took over that channel and who has access to all of Howard Dare's videos, but I sat and listened, and I miss it. I do. And I really wish that Howard Dare would come back. But I don't think that he ever will. This is something that we will all recognize. At some point, there are going to be members that come and go in this community. There's a lot of the gentlemen, they have a lot of longevity. But even if we were to reach old age at some point in time, you just notice that they just stop uploading. But such is life, gentlemen. And things change. And they will always change. And at some point in time, we will all meet each other in the fields of Elysium and in the halls of Valhalla. I hope everybody's doing well. Just wanted to pop in and have a little chat with you gentlemen. Point out some things that I've been noticing. Just have a little talk. Maybe reflect on some nostalgic things. Maybe look and reflect on our lives and the lives around us. And I just want you gentlemen to know that it's good to know that I have brothers around me. I hope this message finds you gentlemen well. We'll talk again real soon.